Well, we had a big property today, big horse property. Big, I say a couple acres, nothing massive. But we've had a couple days of rain, so finding leaks should be easier in the house. Didn't see too much today. Your main water line right there, main water shut off. Got a little bit of a drip. The water meter out at the street was actually running really slow, so that's probably why. It's from that drip. Main gas meter shut off valve here, grounding or bonding on the gas line there. Coming around, we've got our main plumbing cleanouts on the front of the house. We're missing some screens. Some of them are up in the attic. There's actually a lot of dog scratches on that window. Little area of a concern down here is this horizontal crack on the foundation. This is a really wet area. There's probably rebar going through that. That's absorbed water and now is expanding, so we gotta get that little crack filled in. And the rebar probably removed in that area before it blows that whole foundation wall out. Palm trees, vegetation, a little bit close to the property. This is a low area. You can see we don't have 2 inches of foundation showing here. The rock has been brought up too much, so we need to rake this rock level so we can see that foundation right there. Walkways were good. We've got some staining of the concrete on the front, which is by design, I guess. Laundry room is right here, so we've got the laundry or the dryer exhaust. Again with the vegetation, a little bit too close to the property. It's too close to the house. Front side of the house, again we're missing some screens. Another screen, this is in the garage. So we've got another wet area down here. You can tell that the foundation is damp. Really need to get that sealed up so it doesn't cause any more problems, any more damage. Garage doors and openers are working fine. We do have an electrical junction box up there that's open right in the corner. It's either for a light bulb or for a security system that has been removed. We've got ventilation at the soffits, so we've got quite a bit of ventilation in the attic, which we like to see. This house was built in 1998. A little bit of the corner of the foundation is cracking here. Now this is probably a wet spot. Somebody was vaping. So when this gets wet, it kind of softens up that corner, drops down a little bit. Electrical outlet, or electrical panel, didn't look too bad, but got some major issues here. Access to the panel is very limited because of this fence that they put up here, this column. You can see somebody's tried to bend this open to get it out before. I couldn't get it over the top of the main shutoff up there by bending it. Even the top brackets are bent up a little bit up there. Everything seems to be labeled in here. It is a little bit wearing through or wearing off, so you might want to update this with a magic marker. Nothing crazy in the backyard. There's a 1998 train unit. Furnace up in the attic is working today. We haven't tested the AC yet, but as you can tell, 1998 manufacture date, 3.5 ton. 42 tells us 3.5 ton. But we are using the old R22. So whenever this gets swapped out, if you don't swap it out soon, you're probably going to have to get a 410B or whatever they're calling the new system, the new Freon. Again, we have limited clearance around the foundation back here. That needs to be lowered. Roots in an area like this are going to raise the property up or the ground up. Barbecue back here, tile falling off. We don't typically test these, and I can't test anything that doesn't have a gas tank associated with it either, but want to make sure that they have ventilation down there. A little bit of cracking again. Another stove, hot plate. Definitely got some rust. A little bit of age on that. More tile cracking around the perimeter of the barbecue countertop here. Fire pit. Doesn't appear to be gas. There's no gas valves on it, but it is separating. It is cracked in several locations around it. So you got all these concrete pads that are settling here, and they're all going to settle in different directions. So you're going to have cracks in different areas. It's a big property. We're not inspecting the pool today. We're just inspecting the house and the grounds. So we do have water lines out here that are run underground on PVC that are connected back up there at that backwash valve. So you can water your grass or give your horses something to drink. This is a horse property, so got some horse areas here. We've got electrical outlets over here for the lights and the fans. Just swap those on, test them out, get them running. The nice hot Arizona summers. More water connected here. All I'm really doing back here is checking the perimeter, checking the fencing. Perimeter wall looks fine. Let's see if she wants to go out there. Got all these bumps and mounds out here. Yeah, this might be for flood irrigation. You can see the channel. So whenever they pop this up to irrigate, water will come through there, flood out these areas. You can see the water comes up through that cap and then it runs down into the low areas to water everything. Yeah, the septic tank isn't back here. The cleanout's in the front of the house. Well, I know from being on farm that latch isn't holding anything. Plenty of trees out here, plenty of stuff. Keep a guy occupied. Got another AC unit on this side. This one's been swapped out a lot more recently. 2018. This one again is a 3.5 ton unit. But we do have a closet back here. This house has 2 water heaters, one on each side of the house. This one's kind of put over here because there's a jacuzzi tub that needs to get filled up. So we want to have excess hot water. It's great that there's a drain pan in there, but once it gets in the pan, it's just going to come out that little hole and get all over all this. The idea of having a pan is so you can direct the flow of water to somewhere where it isn't going to damage anything. So whether the water be from inside or from outside this door, these external doors are notorious for getting damaged by water. Pretty cool pool and hot tub area back here. Yeah, I could chill out here in the summertime. A little bit of cracking on the floor there. We do have Polk Audio surround sound speakers, 625 RTs. So this gas has been off. I had this fireplace running for a good 45 minutes or so, and then it turned off. Try and turn that back on again before we leave. However, this fireplace is still burning. That's putting out a lot of heat. A lot of heat. And even in the bedroom, they got JBL surround. Master bath, jacuzzi tub. These jets back here aren't working right. Ones in the front are. I've tried to adjust it several times. Those just don't come on in the front. Crack there, crack there. This drain stop over here is a little bit sticky. That one's working fine. Shower door, a little bit sticky, but it's okay. Tile really should be sealed in. Get this thing nice and clean and seal it before you start using it. Toilet was loose. That's all I gotta do to move your toilet. It needs to be tightened. Master closet. Plenty of room in here to put a bunch of stuff. That light is coming out of the top up there of the can. We've got two different thermostats. Now this AC over here I was running on heat, and it was running on emergency heat or auxiliary heat. So I'm going to recommend to my client to get that service. We're going to run it on cool now, see what happens, but neither air filter are present today. There's two AC systems. You can see up in there, there's just no filters. Nothing. Nada. A lot of the screens are up here from the windows. Screen vents on the roof surface. This is just above the garage. some exposed wood underneath the ridge cap here. Concrete tile roof will last 50, 60, 70 years. It's the underlayment underneath of it that wears out. That's been broken, but they sealed it back in place. Which is better than nothing. It's better than having it open. Bit of a separation here. I was just taking pictures of the chimney. Over 30 inches. You can tell that's right around 30 inches. It should have a, what do you call it, a diverter on the back side of the chimney. Brain fart this morning. Apron. Can't think of it.